Prepare yourself for a sprawling discussion on just about anything, where critical thinking meets pop culture in a collision of mind-bending proportions. Please secure all neurons and prepare for full frontal cortex. It's time for Incoherent Ramblings.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the next episode of Incoherent Ramblings. I'm the wannabe host, Joey. With me is
Paul Hottinger,
KAIL Anderson,
and Daryl Jors.
Ralph is also here.
And he's here, yes.
Oh, there he is.
Joe. What?
Right now, he's in Daryl's crotch.
Get him out of there, please.
Wait, you got.
I think he was going to make an entrance later on.
Oh, Billy, get back down there and make your entrance.
Right.
All right, so today's episode is part 2 of sex. KAIL's choice. Sloppy seconds. Yeah.
Just a general question: how many parts are there to sex?
Well,
we're gonna find out.
2.
I usually like to make it to part 5 or 6, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Anyway. So our sponsor.
Its base is what fifth base would be.
No, I like to round the base.
Where's that behind?
I think that's when you go to the other
That's behind
team.
home plate.
Our sponsor.
I like to spend my time in the dugout.
Our sponsor is. What is our sponsor?
And the pitching.
Robot Chicken Humping Robot Guy.
Robot Chicken Humping Robot Guy is our sponsor today.
What is it?
What about that?
We didn't discuss this.
What about the devil from Me Gently?
Oh, God.
From
Is there a figure? Is there a figure?
Oh, I got it! I got it! No, I got it!
He's on delay.
Dr. Joyce Brothers. No, wait, she's not the one. Who is it? Who's the sex doctor?
Dr. Ruth.
Dr. Ruth!
Dr. Ruth for
Is there a figure?
Yeah, we'll find one.
The ironic thing is that she looks exactly like Austin Powers. She's a man, baby.
Oh, yeah! Dr. Ruth Westheimer.
Okay, fine. Let's just go with that. That's good.
Okay, remember, since you've already left, but that's okay.
Somewhere.
You can reach us at show@imrambling.com. Please comment on our pages and crap.
Our cast, please.
Yeah. So anyway, today's episode of Sex. You want to say anything about, introduce it or anything about what we're talking about?
I like it, and that's why we're doing it twice.
Okay, I'll go ahead and tell
With 3 guys.
tell the Donics. No,
4 guys.
The topics today are sexual learning, foreplay, sexual intercourse. What do women want out of sex? What do men want out of sex? The real information about the penis, sex toys, romantic sex, and the best sex advice.
I don't think.
And you will not get any of those from us.
No, we're just going to comment about that.
Right, okay. We will give our commentary about the best advice.
There we go.
But we will not offer the best advice. Not by a long shot.
We will not perform.
And we will not be performing any of these acts.
You just
here on
perform that
camera.
way.
You just have to use your imagination.
I perform that way.
Imagination.
Hey, get your hand off my ass.
Hey, it's perfectly okay.
Was that his entrance? Because that was a bit boring.
Yes.
All right, I think it's time for the pre-ramble. Pre-ramble, pre-ramble, All right, it's time for Joey with Vert-de-Fert. Boy, you suck being Puppet Joe.
Joe.
I'll get better at it.
Puppet Joe. Daryl has a hand up his ass, Puppet Joe.
Okay, my Vert-de-Fert goes out to you people in Japan. Vert-de-Fert, Japan! I was looking at,
I always say what the furk with them.
What the? What the fuck? Hold it up!
I usually don't try to use an offensive accent, though.
So, yes. Japan, you guys are kind of crazy. I was looking at, what's his name?
Komodo?
Takai's website.
Where
That was
the hell
actually
did
pretty
that
close.
come from?
And he had a link to the Tread.
George
The
Takei?
Trend Hunter.
Takei.
Okay.
Oh
I
my.
got Japan people here I'm looking at. They got cup of noodle as like a hairstyle.
Oh, ramen hair.
They got ramen hair. They got rubber bands wrapped around them. They got little kids floating in little floaties in sinks. Vert to furk. But of course, the one that really gets
Wait,
me.
was Justin Timberlake there?
Yes.
Okay. Somebody got it.
But the one that got me is the lap. If you guys have not seen this, it's a torso. I'm going to bring up for the video people. It's a torso that you can buy with the legs, so you can lay down on the legs and get all comfy cozy.
Let me see.
We'll
It's
put a
like
link to
taking a
it.
nap on some lady's lap.
Right, exactly. But it's just a torso, so it
Yeah.
looks like you've...
How much?
Like you're a pervert.
yeah.
How much?
Why is he laying on his ear? When he
I am a robot. We are from Japan.
Oh my
Creepy
god!
baby. They're making creepy baby robots.
That is so in the Uncanny Valley. There's no doubt.
Yes.
Wow.
So Japan, and you guys can look it up. You know, you got disembodied heads floating around in the farmers market. Like really, you can look up anything in Japan. So my
That was the
first
quadruplets.
yeah, Japan.
I wonder what's inside this crate. Heads of God. That's
Japan
not
vert to fur.
All right,
man.
vert the Firkin
Well, let's
deal.
move it on to the word of the week.
That was stereophonic. I like
Yeah.
I like it.
All right, today's word of the week, your Urban Dictionary randomness of crap, is Pavlov's log.
Oh wow.
What is?
Not his dog, but his log. All right.
I might have this one.
Okay.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it, but this is what I used to. Whenever I went to a bookstore, suddenly have to poop. Because I always equated that to because I would read while I'm on the toilet. So I go to like Barnes and Noble, I'd be like, oh, I gotta take it down. So I don't know, it's just, maybe I'm thinking something like
The smell
that.
of paper.
I don't know what it was. It was very strange. So I go to other stores, it'd be fine. But like Barnes and Noble or Borders, these are bookstores for those of you who have never heard of them.
what's
You
that?
can,
They're like
think that
Amazon,
what
only they're
happens
real.
is that every time in a bar somebody rings a bell, all the guys run for the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all the angels earn their wings.
what do you think, Daryl?
You earn your toilet floaters. I think that is it's got to be related to hearing some event that
Pavlov,
triggers you
yeah.
to have to
Dog.
poop. All right, let's go.
You were the closest, Joey. It's the conditioned reflex action causing one's Bombay, or your butt, to start opening upon seeing a restroom.
I
Oh,
like Bombay
So
Sapphire.
kind of like too, like when you got to poop and you're driving home and start getting closer to home, your body knows. So it is a response. So the books, I think Joey has it. The books would have it just as well.
I've got like 3 of them so far.
Yeah, pretty close.
I am the word of the week.
That's
What?
what-
Yeah, I need a title.
Word of the week,
We're
master.
the work
Or wannabe
master
host.
debater,
Don't like it.
champion, warrior.
Word of the week, warrior.
That's cool. Ultimate word of the week, warrior.
The way he's dead.
Oh,
Word of the week, intercontinental champion.
All right.
Works.
interconstipation.
Okay, it smells like science. And why does it smell like science?
'Cause it's your time. It's your
it's my
section.
turn.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And what it is that from Kurzweil, acceleratingintelligence.com, we have nanopixels, which promise to be flexible, high-resolution displays.
Dude, not the guy to do that with. He's like, wow.
Yeah, he will destroy you, dude.
Anyway, what it is a team in Cambridge, Oxford University. Yeah, they're in
Yes.
Cambridge. Anyway, scientists have found a way of sandwiching 7 nanometer thick layers of phase-changing material between 2 electrodes, causing them to be nanopixels, which means we get huge resolution on smaller displays, which will now be flexible.
How big is a pixel now? I mean, I know it's not a nanopixel.
I
but
can't quite go like that, but yeah,
it's-
like that.
A lot
you
of
can-
screens are
but you can
measured
see
in pixels per inches, and they're getting like above 400 at this point. So
Right.
it's getting to be like, remember how we used to have printers that were like 3 to
Yeah,
600
600
dots
DPI,
per inch?
yeah.
Right now it's like print quality on
Yeah.
a phone or
And
whatever.
so what's that going to look like? Is it going to look more real than reality ever? I mean,
Yeah.
I think they're already kind
It's
of
more
exceeding,
real.
Like certain phones, you hold them more than like a couple feet from your face, and then your eyes don't even have the resolution to see all the dots anymore.
Wow,
So-
that's weird.
That's why they call Apple called that a retina display, because when you're holding it at the regular distance, you really can't see.
I think it's going to help
pixels.
with depth of field a lot, I think.
Yeah.
That it'll help
might
with that.
So there's
Or it might work when you get the Google Cardboard on your face.
Yeah.
Well, see, they say this is going to make it easier to make things like Google Glass, but
Right.
full
Oh,
lenses.
how about those contacts you can put in?
Yeah,
that
see,
would-
all of
would
that stuff,
work. That
because
would-
Oh yeah,
7
that was a really good application
No
for it.
meters.
All right, now it's time for Tech Talk.
What?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It's
Tech
that
Talk.
that talk that's about the
Talking.
Tech Talk.
Wow, how do you do that with your mouth closed?
I don't know, but sometimes I do.
That was better.
I wasn't paying attention to him.
You mean him?
And now you've lost 30
All right,
seconds.
I know. All right, so there's a new cryptocurrency out there. I know. I'm the Bitcoin guy.
He's the big
Yeah, but this one is really cool.
Because there's
Yeah.
there's a network called Let's Talk Bitcoin, and they issued their own coin. It's called Let's Talk Bitcoin Coin, or LTB Coin. It's kind of a
I'm
mouthful.
thinking that's like
Yeah.
lesbian gay
No, I
coin
was
or
thinking-
something.
I know, LGBT coin, right?
I thought it was like Snoop Dogg's, the LBZ or something.
Nice. Well, the thing about it is I've earned some since I'm one of the first people on the forums, and there are a few hundred of us there and everything, and I have, several thousand of them. They're not worth much yet. But one guy made a very generous offer. He just posted, he's like, hey, I'll send a pizza to you for 1,000 LTB coin anywhere in the U.S., So I went and took him up on the offer, and as it turns out, we wound up being the first one to get delivery on our pizzas. So there's a famous story about someone buying 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoin back in the day.
Nah.
And we're going down in the history books as the first group that bought 2 pizzas for 2,000 LTB coin.
Which came out of like $3, right?
It was like $3 or $4.
That's
at
a
exchange
great
rate.
deal.
He
Because the guy
just
wants...
raised his prices. I figured I should jump at
Yeah,
it.
that's
Like
good.
now he wants 10,000 LTB coin
Right.
for 2 pizzas. But anyway, it was cool because he let us order any large, any toppings from anywhere. So we just went Papa John's and got a couple. So
Quite good.
it was not bad.
Yeah, it's
So the
pretty
thing
cool.
is,
Free.
Nice.
and
I mean,
one.
Free.
And the one thing about it, there was one guy who got his order in before us, but he didn't ping. Oh well.
okay.
Well, he didn't ping the guy, so the guy missed it on the forum. So he actually paid before we did, but we got our pizzas first. So
So it's an asterisk.
Okay,
Right.
we're going to start off today with sexual learning. If it's so important, sex is so important, which it is for many reasons, why are we not taught to be great lovers? Why is sex education limited to the mechanics?
morality,
Religion.
religious morality.
What's important, the act of sex? Or,
Move your lips.
Sorry, man. I can't help it.
The fun of sex
Hobby
or
doesn't
the
know.
mechanics of sex, like the biological
Well,
need of sex.
I think that it's
what's
more than the subtleties of how to have sex. I think is what we're missing. It used to be in the Eastern countries that they actually would teach their young people how to have sex.
And that is weird.
That's not weird.
Well,
I think it's
it depends how
strange
young
in
you're
our
looking.
society.
It is strange in our society. There was a book I read called it was called Job, I think. It was kind of a fantasy futuristic look of the Job idea, and it has the idea of different dimensions. And in the end, there's a part where he goes to meet his family at the family orgy, because they're in a place where that's okay, and sex isn't, because it had a religious bent to it and saying it's okay. But still, because of the society we're in, it's like, okay, that's just weird. But at the same point, look at another need we have: food. Okay, we just have to eat, but look at all that we
The selection.
that we make out of it. Cooking and cooking shows
It's
and
definitely a
learning
family thing.
learning to food and eating together as a family and things like that.
And you know what? You can make eating kind of creepy, even though it's not in our culture. But think
Right.
about why kids want hot food, because it kind of simulates the fresh kill. It's all warm.
that's true.
We're gonna dig into the intestines and pull out something hot and eat it.
Well, it's also easier to digest.
I guess.
That's that's actually
That's
why we cook food for the most reason.
But we also we treat certain aspects of food as a taboo also, because we tend to
Right.
not look at that it comes from
Yeah,
an
that's a
animal.
very good point.
Yeah.
We do.
or how it's destroyed.
Right.
And so, but when you look at sex, it's just that was one of the ones that just got totally, even for us, even if we're fairly open with sex, it's.
And I do appreciate the separation from generation to generation. They're not showing you how to stick it in with their own hands or whatever. They're not treating you like you're a horse and they're just going to be.
But I think
horse
that's
the
husband
thing is-
But it's not just
raising-
mechanics, though.
There's not even a dialogue going on
There should be a
about
dialogue.
how
Right.
to do the education. We're not even talking about how to do the education. Let alone doing the education.
But do we-
Like Paul said, I think last time we were talking about sex, where he said you're gonna have to learn in the back alleys just like the rest of us.
Yeah, it's true.
No, you don't have to anymore. You got the internet.
Actually, the internet is a huge.
The internet is the biggest teaching.
Yeah, but the
tool of
problem is,
And
is
so is
that
Dr. Ruth.
Yeah, you get kids
so much
just
of that is
watching
misinformation on the internet.
porn.
That
because
is
And
true.
porn and
they
sex isn't the
disconnect.
same
if you look
thing.
at porn and expect that to be your sexual education, you're going to be sorely
Right.
I mean, I can
misinformed.
appreciate like parents discussing it with their children. I just don't
Yeah.
want them actively involved in the act.
Let me
know
show
what I
you,
mean?
son.
Like-
Well, I think, but even when you become a
that would be
teenager,
weird.
maybe
Yeah.
not a teenager, but when you get older, I don't know, college. Maybe there should be some college, courses.
But it shouldn't
It's
be
called
the parents.
Playboy. No, wait. What?
That would
No, I
gross
think
me
you're
out.
right. I think there should be like a sexual demonstration maybe class. Like that's in college.
I actually was in a college class for sex ed, and the guy came in and was a masseuse. The teacher was a real hippie, and so she had a lot of weird things. But one thing was she had a masseuse come in, and she's like, "Who wants a massage?"
Ah,
Hottest girl
wants
was
the-
like, "Yes," and she got undressed. It was awesome. I mean, she had towels.
Who wants a body massage?
we had a bill.
Next.
Next up,
Okay, no extend.
foreplay.
Yes.
Well,
Lots of it. Yeah,
Joe would like some
Let's
foreplay.
lots
Here we go.
Of it.
Here we go.
Oh,
Okay, it's just wrong. Let's stop.
okay.
Guys, you're molesting my hand.
Yeah.
We're actually molesting Daryl's hand. Okay, foreplay, types of foreplay, time on foreplay, after play, blah, 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 blah.
well, you got to warm up the engine before you take out the car for a drive.
Joe, stop pumping the speaker.
I'll try.
No, and I think it comes down to what we were saying before. I mean, the act of sex, if you look at a lot of nature, it's just get the sperm in and then you're done and hop off, and that's all it is. But of course, as
Wait,
humans,
it's not like that for humans.
Wait,
so,
depends how much time you got.
but for humans, like we do with food and like we do with everything, we want to
Exactly.
add meaning to it and we want to add experience to it. So we want to make more out of it, and because of what sex is, we have to do it to procreate. Therefore, it's very enjoyable. We can then take that and make it into more.
But
I think you
don't-
become
don't
closer
other-
too with your lover by experimenting in other realms, and foreplay allows you to do that.
Well, I thought it was
Like
really
the realm of
Shit, I hope my
Oz.
mom's not listening to this.
I thought it was really funny how we were just watching a 70s show where they were
70s
talking.
porn?
Yeah, well, it's just about where the mother and the father, they were saying, Stephen, sex, foreplay is important. And the father said, no, it's not. And she looked at him and went, yes, it is. And then he went in the background and
Well, and that's the thing. It's we add intimacy in our relationships by doing things that have meaning with our
Lover.
lover. Well, let's just say with our significant other, including and that can be anything. But when it comes to sex, because it is so intimate, that can be the ultimate place where you can really make connections.
well, and that's because so much of sex really is not playing the sax, sex. Sex is very important
Playing the sax can be part of sex.
because what it is that you
Bill Clinton.
This is really disconcerting every time I go to talk. But
Work your hair too. Yeah, do it again. Oh.
yeah,
Okay,
problem is he
he's-
likes it.
He's
He's trying to say something.
Little raccoon.
all right.
Anyway, is that foreplay becomes, because it's so much in your mind, the foreplay extends a period of arousal for your mind.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
All right, I thought I'd try.
Daryl, you're about to get a
All right.
foreplay up your.
You get a bitch slap.
So,
Most action I've seen in a while.
Oh.
whoa, hey.
Oh, with your left hand.
Okay, wait, it says here afterplay. That's where she makes you a sandwich?
Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah.
Afterplay is where you lay there. And, afterplay is when you lay there and they ask you for things that
So
they
Joey,
couldn't
just
ask
remember
you
how
before.
warm the bed is compared to the couch.
And you just say yes.
But you know what?
That doesn't work for me.
But I'm sleeping.
So gonna pay for
Afterplay
that.
is important for, once again, the bonding of your relationships.
What is define afterplay?
That'd be
I want to know if I'm doing it or not.
it's basically slow caressing as you hold each other. I know
Yeah,
a lot of people.
the warm afterglow.
Ow.
A lot of
that
people
stuff.
call it cuddling.
Yeah. Spooning.
Rolling away from the wet
Spooning.
spot.
I'm usually a little too warm for that. Okay, let's move on to
Too sweaty.
Knife
best
and forking.
orgasm. Oh, it's sexual intercourse. Sorry, I read that wrong. Sexual intercourse, positions, timing, orgasms. What makes for the best orgasms?
Anything.
Just getting there.
Guys.
Isn't this like the male perspective? Yeah, you know,
Inside,
once I get
outside.
there,
The
it's
wind
all
blows
over.
the right
Well,
way.
Kale, inside, outside.
Yes. The thing is that
Oh, I see what
I
it's
remember
doing.
that. That was like Foursquare, right?
Wasn't it that movie with Kevin Kline?
I think we're talking
In
about
and
out.
a G thing. A
In
G
and out.
something.
Okay, inside outside. What's a how?
well, the thing is that you have the positions
house,
for,
out the house.
especially for women, are a lot more important because most guys don't understand the concept that the way a woman mostly gets titillated is by her clitoris, which is outside and above the vagina. So most guys think the vagina.
Open the mouth. Okay, here's the vagina. Please give me a second.
There's his clit right there. Just gotta rub the clit.
Oh, baby!
A little clitty nose.
Right. So the thing is that probably
yeah,
the
get
best
the 2 fingers
position
on.
you can
Then you
be
gotta
in
do this
for
one
a
or
woman when you're having sex is for her to be up on top of you in cowgirl
What about
style.
reverse curl girl?
Not as much. The cowgirl side allows her to rub her clitoris against your pubic bone and hair, or unless you're shaved, whatever.
You're He-Man.
Yeah, you're. You're He-Man.
Or your beast man if you really got a lot of people.
And so that allows her to rub until her clitoris becomes stimulated enough to orgasm.
But
So
I've
Kale,
heard a lot of
you
women
really
say
turned
not
me on
only
right now.
cowgirl,
That
but
actually,
they also like dog.
that's okay.
but that actually works well for me because also it can get her stimulated without having to go with the actual in and out. So that allows me personally to go a little longer. So that's good.
But a lot of girls also say they like doggy.
That's
Doggy.
yeah, that's true. And that might have something to do with like.
Well, the thing is that because of the labia minora and majora, right there on each side of
Constellation
the opening. What?
It's next to Orion.
We said what constellation is that?
Come on, guys. Keep going.
Nice. Okay, go ahead.
But
If she were president,
Those
she'd be
have a-
Babia Majora. No, Abraham Lincoln. Never mind.
Okay, we're really pissing Heather.
I really screwed up.
We're really pissing Heather off right now.
I want to hear it.
well, the thing
rambling
is
incoherently.
next to the clitoris, they have the most nerve endings for stimulation of sex.
Wait, which
so
part?
the lips on the inside and the lips on the outside.
Where's my notepad?
So
Correct.
what you do
Lips on
as
the
you're
outside.
thrusting in it is you're moving in and out of those nerve endings, which is stimulating her.
Stop molesting me. Seriously.
But if you want to actually stimulate a woman to orgasm, you need to move around, not directly on the clitoris, but around the clitoris and the clitoral hood, which covers the clitoris.
I think what you have to remember
Yeah.
is just
Gotta
that
be
your
good under the
stuff's
hood.
going to be
Yeah.
banging around inside her equipment.
Didn't you used to work?
See,
and
work in
then,
the hood?
you got to kind of work it right.
Well, that's the thing is that sex is so much more than just thrusting in and out.
Sure.
And that's part of why you need to use other things to help stimulate those areas, like
Toys.
vibrating dildos. And even as you're having sex with a woman, as she stimulates her own clitoris while you're thrusting. That
Or
right
you
there
can do it with
causes-
your hand while you're thrusting.
You can also do that. You can
Or-
also
or
do
you
it with
can-
your mouth.
Or sometimes
If you're really
like,
dexterous.
from
While you're
behind, your
thrusting?
balls will slap her.
I said if you're very
You
dexterous.
end up licking your own dick.
Okay,
And that can be
next
good,
up.
too.
Okay, next up. What do women want out of sex? I think we can all agree that doesn't matter. I'm gonna use my pass. Let's go next one. What do men want? I'm just kidding. I am so just kidding. I'm
The
sorry.
women are going to kick your ass.
That was.
That's 2 in one night, man.
I know.
You're asking to sleep on the sofa, huh?
Yeah, but you can ask him. That's what
My
I
sofa's
usually
pretty
do.
comfortable,
I
actually.
it's.
It would
yeah,
be
I'm
Too.
weird.
Me too.
the clitoral orgasm
I'm actually on
would
the
be
floor
very
now 'cause we don't have
a lot
sofas.
more important to them if first women learned how to stimulate themselves
What
to
is this
orgasm.
to them? You're saying two women.
Two women.
all
Yeah, because he's not one.
Are
He's
we
not saying
talking
to us.
about like?
I'm not one. I'm not going to prove
But you
it.
see,
at the moment.
I don't think we can like stereotype all women.
I can.
Well,
yes.
most.
No, the point is that you have to go with a broader range because there are some.
Now you're saying broads. Huh?
That's right.
Oh, you.
Those damn bitches.
What? I did not just hear that.
That's
No, the
KAIL
thing-
this guy is not my co-host.
IamRambling.com.
No, that's what I'm saying is that some women like to be called names, some don't. I'm saying, I'm talking about the
See, now you choose
majority.
not to paint them all with the same brush.
No, I will.
Yeah, some of them like to be called
The
bitches,
brush will
yo.
be his penis.
Yeah, you clean it first.
Look, from what I've heard, there's two things. Most women, if not all women, like
are you
to be
looking over
talked dirty, but you just have to do it right. You just can't say, hey, you f***ing whore, suck my dick.
Hey, you f***ing whore, suck my dick!
Okay?
You're right, didn't work.
And also, a lot of
did it.
women like to have their ass spanked, but they just
Well-
don't like full force.
As with the song I talked about early, F Her Gently, they start out talking about all the nice, gentle things that you can do, but in the
sure I
end,
missed a few
they
other
F
ones.
her hard. So you gotta get her to that point where she wants to be F.
Does anybody else smell something? Is this just
Smells
Someone's
like
cooking.
It's very garlicky.
hot, man.
what do women
cooking.
want?
Well, that's
Ordering
one of
from
the- okay.
Zanzibar!
We're gonna go back to the lube thing with that because that's the thing. Like through
Daryl
through
back at
foreplay-
lube.
No, through foreplay and like some
cooking.
gentle beginning thrusts. That's when you can build up the natural lube and then work it a little harder.
Would you
That's,
hack a loogie
that's
and
part
go
of why.
for it?
That's part of why you can do that too. But I think that's
For
part
the-
of what like warms a woman up to just get her like
It
ready
does.
ready
I
for
wouldn't
the,
go for the lube
main
either.
action.
It does
Just a
help, but the
yeah,
thing
I
is,
would-
if you're going
Don't
to
need
have
any snot
sex
in
for
there.
longer
Yeah.
than 5 to 10
It'd probably
minutes,
turn every-
meaning penetration
Wouldn't
for
agree with
longer than 5 to 10 minutes, you're going to have to re-lube.
5 to 10 minutes?
Unless
I
she's
said
a very,
Marathon?
Yes, it is.
unless she's a very.
The thing is
Is this
that
like metric
that's
or
why
US?
you need that's why you need lube to
time's
continue
different
it
in
longer
the
than a short amount of time. Oh, God.
Yeah, they use those things called hours and minutes.
You want it's been 10 minutes. You want
And-
wait!
And wait! They will come for seconds.
No, you want some sloppy seconds? Oh, wait! Oh, I've arrived.
Microseconds, nanoseconds.
All right. So,
Anyway.
bottom line before the ding.
This is not what women want.
No.
I'm trying to give it across, but
Go ahead. What is it?
What it
We are not
is
Mel
they
Gibson.
definitely want the intimacy that is caused by sexual intercourse with your loving partner.
It's a
But that-
romantic connection.
But they also want the bad boy a little bit.
Well, that's why they want their asses
That's why-
slapped quite often.
They want.
That's why you just go right in
Well,
the
it's
ass
like
without asking first.
Guys want a lady in outside.
That was the worst advice
want a
I think
lady-
I've heard in a long time, Daryl.
Go, hey, try it.
Paul, you want a lady in a screen freak into bed.
Got it.
Wrong garage.
Right on
Right
the dick,
on
baby.
time.
Right
Nice
at the
job.
Okay, what do men want?
You had the same thing.
Do we need 4 minutes to talk
come?
about this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, pussy.
it can get done in about 4 minutes.
Or quicker.
Visual.
Yeah,
It's very important.
Visual stimulation.
Men want to be visually stimulated,
Yes, that
definitely.
is really important.
called a god.
which is part of why the like cowgirl positions are. Yeah,
I will have to say.
get to see everything
Oh yeah, yeah.
shaking
My
out, you know?
all-time
Sure.
favorite. I think that's the best.
yeah.
But I will say this: I don't enjoy the. I mean, the orgasm's great, but I actually enjoy the part leading up to the orgasm more than the orgasm, because the orgasm's great. It feels really good, but then it's kind of done. I really like being really in the moment, really horny, and just really taking care of business.
Right.
Yeah.
That's kind of my favorite part, and really getting turned on at the same time. I mean, that's yeah.
Hi, Paul.
I got my own.
Somehow leaning next onto Joey during that sentence felt a little weird.
We'll
Going to Palm Desert
But it's
next
okay.
week.
Yeah. You're welcome. Okay.
Wes has a separate room.
Yes! 1 week of.
Oh, it's gonna be so good.
Nice.
Anyway, so that's what I
Kim's
want.
going, right?
Yes,
I
Kim
thought
will-
you were just talking about sleeping.
yeah, Kim will be there. Okay, that's what men want, but I want.
What do you want, Daryl?
Daryl,
Okay,
what do you want?
you're calling it a marathon and everything, but I mean, quite honestly, I want to be with a woman like all night, like just get with her, like start getting things going on in like the late PM, then like keep working it until past midnight, maybe take a little nap, get back up again, go at it.
That's
It's
like at the beginning.
I remember those days.
That's the beginning.
See, Daryl,
You gotta get up
your
for work.
perspective is from somebody who hasn't had sex with their same partner more than 100 times.
Not that that's bad. That's perfectly fine.
Perfectly fine. I'm just saying, after that point, then you know your woman very well. You know what she likes very well.
Right.
And you both do it, and then you're satisfied. You go to sleep, and if you get up, you can do it again.
I'm not talking about any lack of satisfaction. It's just.
Oh, that's what you like to do? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just like
Dude, I
take time
do
with
it
it.
all
I
day,
hear about,
all
I hear
night.
about some people like
Sleep all day,
they
hum
hire
all
a hooker,
night.
for example, and they spend like an hour with them, and I'm like, dude, that's not any time to like get much of anything done. Like, why just an hour?
Oh, dude, give me 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Well,
You know,
10 minutes.
as from previous podcasts, I've talked about the romantic encounters I've created for my wife.
Sure.
And I really...
who will remain anonymous? Oh wait, I guess it's kind of easy to figure that out.
But that's what I'm saying is the different themes that you do create the atmosphere where you...
I think every once in a
become
while it's
very
good to do
amorous.
that. But sometimes it's just good to just...
And for the record,
Get it
I'm
done.
pretty sure it was more than 100.
But yeah, so no, I think it's good. It's just I think that for me, sometimes that'd be great, but sometimes it's like there's other stuff to do.
Well, that's the thing is
It's true.
sometimes a quickie is a fantastic thing.
Yeah, because you got to get
Sometimes
back.
Admittedly, yes.
Sometimes
when it's necessary, but-
I admit
a medium
that
E
can
is
be fun.
medium E is fine for average as far as I'm concerned. It's fine.
Yeah, because you got to get back on the video game.
And also, honestly, being in shape helps a lot. I know that when I've only kind of been in shape once, it was because of this guy.
Whoa!
Oh!
Whoa!
I don't know where to go. I don't know which side to go.
I'm not sure where to go.
Kale and I took a fitness class, and I actually got partially in shape, and I wanted to do more with sex no longer.
Uh-huh.
So that's what men want. Did anybody else want to stand in to say what men want?
No.
Kale?
Not
Okay.
really.
I
I already told all you guys what I want, and you're like, no.
Okay,
You don't
real
really want
information
that.
about
No, you do. You do. I
I'll give
admit
it
you
to you.
do.
penis! Unless you're extending.
No.
I thought.
Penis size, what it means, flaccid and erect, penis enlargement really works, circumcision, is it needed, and how it affects sensitivity, and can you regrow your foreskin?
Yes, no, yes, no, maybe. Next.
All of the above.
I don't know what you're...
Okay, so, who wants to talk about penises?
Well,
Everybody.
I think
Everybody now.
the penis is important to the act
talk about
of
penis.
sex.
Talk about
Because,
Penis.
to me,
Back.
penis.
I don't get it, but women thinks it's, like, hot.
It's true.
You know?
I can't
What?
imagine ever seeing one of those and going, yeah!
I know.
Like,
But
I
anyway.
just want to, like, gnaw on that like an ice cream bar.
You know what? Though?
However-
there is
however-
a vicarious aspect to it because when you're watching
Yes,
porn,
yes, I was about to
and
say
some
that.
guy's well hung and
Yes.
it's like super hard. You're like, I wish I was like.
Well,
that
no,
right
but
now.
it's not only that.
Anyway.
When you see how in porn how a woman will work their magic on it,
Sure.
then it's like, okay, that's
Then
fine.
you're like,
See,
I would like
most
to be that dude,
porns,
right?
most porns don't show the growing of the penis. They kind of hide you from that part until he's
because
partially
the
erect.
fluffers don't
Okay.
get paid scale.
I'm not
that's
sure
why.
about this, and this will be interesting to look up. There was once a porn I was seeing, and the guy's like, oh, yeah. He's like, oh, did you already come? And he's like, oh, it's okay, I've got the shot. And so, is there some sort of injection they do or
Oh
something
yeah,
like that?
yeah.
Oh, I got the shot, meaning I took.
No. It was the shot.
No.
Like, they gave me the shot.
There are different ways that you
Yeah,
can.
there's a
you
shot.
Can,
There is a shot.
you can. It's shot
injection.
directly into the penis,
Ah!
The reason
and it causes
why-
inflation.
Do you know why? Joey?
It causes the blood to increase in supply there.
But do you
Okay.
know what that one's for? That's for people who are disabled.
Well,
and
it
have
started
no-
out
But then
for
when-
dysfunctional.
Yeah, but
Sex.
now it got into the point.
Now it's become more
It's like-
recreational.
Or rectum ratio.
I can't imagine just...
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Viagra.
I guess
yeah,
No.
but a
Or
needle
film a
injection.
movie or
Well,
something.
see, the one of the things is that
Prince
people
Albert
talk
in a
about,
can.
and especially for guys, penis size becomes such a huge deal.
Right.
Pun intended.
Okay, I was gonna say, there you go.
And the thing is that they actually have done studies where they went around the world and determined, and what was really interesting is they determined the size of flaccid penises. That means people are not aroused yet. And they showed that
Count me out. No.
they showed, and this was the statistic,
Where do we
was that Indian men were typically the smallest flaccid penises. And there is
Racist. Sexist, racist.
No, you mean India, right? Not Native
India,
Americans.
not Native Americans,
right.
no.
So-
and then
You ever seen a Native American?
and then Oriental men,
Pocahontas.
Right.
Japanese,
Right.
and from there
All the
went
Asians.
to European, and then if you can imagine, after that it was into Turkey, larger, and then, as people would assume,
And eventually they made it to Italy. where
I
they
would
were
have
the
thought.
biggest.
I would have thought that turkeys didn't have.
Anyway,
gobble.
but the problem with what they did was they caused people to misunderstand that penises are things that grow a lot larger than they appear when they're flaccid.
Right.
And so
Thank
there
God.
are two. They also did a few studies where they showed that there are certain groups of people whose penises are smaller when they begin, but grow more. And I'm going to extend.
Damn it! Go ahead.
Okay.
And
Let's
the
talk
reason,
about dick more.
A little bit harder.
right. Well, the thing is
Let's
that
talk about dick, baby.
Let's talk about you.
as what you call
Talk about balls and hairy pussy.
growers and showers. Some men are showers, which means their penises are longer when they're flaccid, but they don't grow as much as
What about their
people
butt?
who have smaller
The
flaccid
more wrinkles
penises.
you have.
What?
The more
Wrinkles. That has a lot to do with it.
Is it like your
You ever
brain
see-
where it's wrinkled for more?
Have you guys seen that South Park where everybody's so pissed off because it's all the people who have the smaller than average penis size, and so they're like rioting and everything. So what they finally do is they bring the average down to like 3 inches. And everyone's like, "Oh, okay, that's much better." And they're not mad anymore. They're not rioting. They're not doing all this stuff.
Right.
Except for Eric Cartman, who was still below.
He's
So,
still the
so
lowest
that's why
one,
he's
right.
pissed all the time.
When they do surveys, they find that like 80% of everyone thinks they're above average intelligence.
Yeah.
That's not right.
Yeah.
I guess like 80% of men think they're above average length too.
Yeah. Well,
Probably.
according to the statistics in America, Caucasian mostly, between 5 and 6 inches is the normal length.
Who puts the cock in Caucasian, baby?
Hey.
Wow. So let me get this straight. So you put cocks in other Caucasian guys? Is that what you're saying?
Okay.
And the other thing is, quickly, because the bell's probably going to run out in 20 seconds or so, is that yes, you can
good guess.
regrow your foreskin, and I have done it myself.
Holy
Wait, what?
I was
Holy shit!
I was circumcised,
I actually knew
and I
this.
went through a
I didn't wait.
process where I lengthened my foreskin,
we need to
and
extend
now
again.
my foreskin
but-
covers my penis.
He already
So
extended.
it has to be a procedure. It doesn't just happen.
No.
Oh.
And
He
in a-
did it.
and
He
in an
didn't go to like a
emergency-
specialist.
In an emergency,
Wait.
you can bail the airplane
You do
and
it
use
yourself?
your own foreskin.
No.
I did it myself.
Ow!
Okay.
I know. It's,
Okay, Joe's extending.
extending.
All right. Tell him the story. 'Cause-
All right. Well, what it
Foreskin us.
is that there is what you can do is you can actually buy these things on the internet. I looked at how they were made and I made my own. But there are things where you put it over the head of your penis and then you use like that tape that you use on to tape your fingers closed
white
when you
tape?
have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the white tape. And so you tape like 4 of them to the end, which is a weight.
Okay.
And then you walk around with that. It pulls your foreskin down over the head of your penis, and you walk around like that. I did it for 3 months, and at the end of 3 months, my foreskin naturally goes to just about the end of the head of my penis, which normally, if it wasn't circumcised, it probably would have went about that farther, the
You're
foreskin.
talking when it red?
And there's one thing that it's very important is that it causes you to have a more sensitive penile head, which I think is a very good thing.
Okay, so and then what you have to do is pull back, pull back. Pull back my foreskin for me, for me. I don't remember the hand movements, but there were hand movements.
Right.
Anyway,
For
so
me.
Okay. I just pictured you like cutting it and grafting.
Oh no!
Like what did you
I'm
do?
hardcore, but I'm not that
I don't know.
hardcore.
He's hardcore.
I just got
I
a
thought you
patch
put
of
it on
skin
the same way you
from his
take it
back.
off.
Yeah. Well, there was this penis growing behind my ear for a while. And
Got some stem cells.
And you found out it was just Paul was standing too close.
Hey, oh.
no, but the thing is that circumcising the penis used to be for cleanliness. No
And when
longer
the air
needed.
raid happens, you duck and cover.
It's not needed anymore.
So
So
I don't
circumcising
know
your
why-
kids is probably taking away sensitivity from their sex.
I don't know
Talking
why,
about
but whenever
sis-
I hear that story, I have to make fun. I don't know why. It's like you can use it
Of
as
course.
a parachute. You know, like you can
Sex-
save yourself when you jump
Are
out
you
of a burning
extending-
building. No.
I have lost my erection. No, that's not it. I have
Well,
lost.
haven't we all?
I have lost my ability to control you guys. It is time to move on to sex toys.
What are we, your
Alright.
minions?
Yes.
Yes.
My minions.
Well,
Sex toys. Use of sex toys can be so helpful and enjoyable. What is this?
well, I'd use.
What are some
I
of
would
the best
use
sex
sex
toys?
toys.
You can use this.
Should I get mine out?
If you're Soundwave, yes, you can use that.
You want visuals?
Yes, I would use sex toys, but all my toys are mitten packaged, so I do not need to use it.
Oh man. Sorry, honey.
They're collectibles.
Sorry, honey. You have to ride the blister pack again. I'm not opening My Little Pony.
It's a limited edition gold rabbit.
And I hear, is the rabbit still the number one?
That's the number one
If you're
seller.
into
Yeah.
bestiality,
The
Still,
rabbit one,
and it's
okay.
because it stimulates
Yeah,
both parts.
I remember
Yeah.
hearing, and I got the demonstration. Wow.
I think the eggs are pretty cool though, especially the double one, because you can like put anyway. Yeah.
Well, what's cool about the egg, especially now with the age of the
like the
internet,
peta egg?
is that your
just a
significant
little
other
silver
could
thing that
insert a
vibrates.
vibrate. It's a
Bullet?
vibrating egg.
Yeah, the bullet.
and
Bullet,
you,
yeah, same thing as
and you
bullet.
put it inside, and
hey,
then
I got the bullet. We don't use it for that.
Well, we were talking about
We don't use it for
stimulating the
anything.
clitoris. Like you can like hold it there and have it like full blast while you're.
well, they have little pockets you can put in and wear them, and they put it right over the clitoris.
Right.
But the cool thing is, over the internet, using your phone, you could be in your office and you can be stimulating your
Right,
partner
right.
somewhere else in the city
They
or
have remote-
even
they
across
had
the
that before.
world.
It was remote control before you could
Yeah,
control on the
teledildonics.
internet. Yeah.
Yes.
You did a lot of talking about your lips
Teledildonics
moving.
is what
Whoa,
it's
you
called.
tell
a friend.
them. Hey, the camera went out.
Oh, shiz.
Alrighty then.
So sex toys. Oh my god.
Sex
Sounds like you're using one.
I am. I've always got one down there.
Whoa.
Yeah, teledildonics.
Teldildonics. Yeah, sex toys they're good.
We'll see.
All of ours are in storage. It sounds bad, but our whole
still
life's in
wrapped.
storage. So
You ever like mistake one for a baby toy?
I have never done that so far.
Yeah.
and
Thank
since they're in
goodness.
storage, no, not yet. But now I'll be very careful.
Well, see, the thing is,
leave one
is
out,
that
kids
if
run
you
around
have
with
like a dildo and your woman really is in the mood to get pounded a lot more than perhaps your strength and stamina at the moment is available, you can use that. And I recommend getting one that is basically the same size as you as when you're erect, because then it feels a lot like you as you're doing it with her.
But to spice it up, you can make it a different color.
Get a cast of
I
yourself.
prefer blue.
Blue.
You want to be by Smurfs.
Avatar. Hello.
Smurfs are funny.
No, avatars, I'm sorry. I've seen them in those loincloths. Avatars probably do not have large penises. They just...
Yeah, but they've got those big old whipping things on their head. So
Yeah, you probably don't want to...
I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back. That would be a funny video, actually. Have some avatars.
that would be kind of cool. They start hitting each other, then they ejaculate. And
No, I meant
A whole new meaning to bonehead.
no. It'd be a funny vine to have. Just all of a
Okay.
sudden it'd be like
Right.
whip my hair back and forth.
oh,
Jake Sully. I whip my hair back and forth. And then that's it.
that could kind of work.
All right. Anyway, toys.
Yes.
Avatar. Sticking it up
But
there.
Toys was kind of a weird movie.
It was very strange.
That would have been painful.
Okay, so we talked about the dildos. Talked about the, and then there's the guy toys for like
Oh, you mean
Like
the,
the
Flashlight?
the flashlight?
Yeah.
The flesh.
the fleshlight.
Fleshlight.
The what?
And it's called the fleshlight. It's a pocket pussy.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I've tried one of those.
Is it
They're
actually have a
fun,
flashlight on it?
I had
They're
one.
fun.
I had one that was like I still got it somewhere. Oh, in storage. That's right. It was just it's just a rubber thingy. It was like, and you could it had the hole
with
in
the
it.
gel stuff in it?
It wasn't that good though. It wasn't that good.
Should I say? Should I say?
Go
I guess
for
I
it.
should,
It's
huh?
the top
If you want.
Okay, I bought a penis pump at a sex shop one time, and the first time I used it, I was like pumping it up, and then I blocked the air hole at the end of it. Because I'm like, I guess I need to get a bigger penis pump.
Oh, you blocked it! Oh, I thought you were like this.
Grew.
Was it stuck?
No, it grew. No, it didn't get stuck, but I mean, like, I couldn't pump any more air in because my penis was on the end of it.
My picture was just like.
All right, ding, we're on.
Ding.
Romantic sex. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, for guys.
There's no romance left.
That's when ESPN is on.
It's romantic. Isn't
Sports
it
Center.
romantic?
The romantic sex
theming
for
is
guys
good.
is a woman who's playing video games with a beer on her head, and you're behind her watching the game, right?
Okay, yeah, except none of us here would find that even.
I know.
It's like we are so not guys. We're just like, well, that's stupid. I don't know.
Okay, how about this? You put on your Oculus Rift
Okay, there we go.
while you're effing her, and then you have Jenna Jameson inside there or something.
Well, she's getting a bit old.
Yeah, that's true.
I would
decided
like
to come up with
I would like
something
to have the cyber sex that they did in Brainstorm.
Yeah. That,
Remember where you put it on and then you
I
can
didn't see
read
that.
No.
having
I only
sex.
saw the trailer.
cyber. Episode 2.
Lawnmower
Cyber sex in Lawnmower Man. That was awesome because they really gave you the feeling that it went into like sort of you're bonding with the person,
Yeah.
becoming one with them, and that was pretty cool.
That was not bad.
Yeah.
Well, romantic sex is connecting with your lover
Candles.
and burning candles
And lube.
and lots of lube. But it's really connecting not just with your body, but with your mind.
Ooh, that's good.
True.
Yeah.
I wasn't taking this subject seriously, talking about the Oculus Rift thing. That was a joke. But
I mean, yes.
yeah, right. But no, I think there's definitely a lot of bonding that goes on, and it's definitely
Bondage.
like when you do it out of love, there's definitely a different feeling about it that is just more special.
As we said in the last episode, when you're in love with the person, the sex
whole
is
world.
better.
That's true.
A whole lot better.
The whole world is.
And it's because your brain is getting
What's that?
more involved.
Oxytocin or something like that?
Oxytocin,
That-
yes,
the
yeah.
bonding chemical that
bonding
gets released,
chemical,
and like stimulating nipples brings it out in women. It might even do it in men too,
Probably.
for what I know.
No.
Because
find out.
it's part of the mechanism that makes
Hey,
mothers bond with their
Sounds
babies.
like Daryl wants his nipples on.
No! Joe will hit you. I mean, Ralph.
Go ahead.
No, I don't want to.
No, him. I want Ralph.
Oh, Ralph.
No, nothing.
No
No,
oxyclean.
it's creating romantic encounters, like Daryl said, that
By
start
the
at
way,
the
I feel
beginning
really
of a
close to you
day.
right now.
I think communication.
Right,
Also
and
important.
as you go through the day, a
feel
romantic time,
comfortable.
all the way
I
until
feel
the
violated.
night, and then having that be romantic with like candles and bubble baths and all
They're
that.
gonna
Kind
say
of stuff.
bubblegum.
Oh, you know what was another kind of sweet thing you can do is like rose petals on
Are
the
bubbles
bed.
bad?
Yeah.
Like, the
Although,
candles and all that
don't
fun
put it
stuff.
on
It's like-
a set of sheets that you really like, because when Linda and I did that stained the sheet forever because the roses
petals.
got
Well, we stained
crushed
the sheet
into
for
our
other reasons, but,
pillowcases. No, that washes out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's true.
Just don't have black lights.
Yeah.
Romantic. You know, the Oculus Rift
Like
could
a
do something. You
crime
could have
scene
like a
in there.
theme and both of you be in there, so that'd be kind of cool.
Right.
Is the bubble bath more for women, or do men enjoy the too?
Sex in bath is pretty okay, isn't it?
No, sex
I've
in
always
the
had a
bath, just having the bubble bath
Yeah.
is what he's
As
talking
long as you
about.
don't get like
Not
all
much room
shriveled,
in the
it's
bath.
okay.
Like Ernie and Bert.
Well, I know women love to relax in the bath.
Rubber ducky, you're the one.
You make fellatio so much fun.
Rubber ducky, I am going to bone you. Oh, sorry.
So anyway, romantic sex.
With rubber
That was the
ducks.
end of romantic sex.
With rubber ducky.
We're too silly to take this seriously.
No, we had some good points
No,
about
we
romantic
have.
sex. Good, that's over. Okay.
That's how it ends every time.
Yeah.
That's over, thanks.
The best sex advice. What would be the best sex advice you give someone about being a good lover? for each panelist.
Say thank you every time.
Say thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's the best. Make sure to leave the money on the nightstand. It's all good. It's all good.
Thank you. Do you need a ride home?
God.
Well, no, that's pretty good. Okay, so the best sex advice that I could give.
Keep your partner in mind.
Okay, that's not me. I think communication is very important.
Very good. Paul?
I don't know. Just whenever you can, all day. Use mayonnaise.
Every day.
No,
mayonnaise.
I would
Use
say
mayonnaise.
It breaks down to soybean oil, by the way. Not that I would know.
Wow.
Wow.
I'll
tell you what not to do.
So you want to be comfortable with your partner. And I'm trying to think of something profound, but all I could think of is just
Mayonnaise.
I don't know. Keep the towel close.
There you go.
All right.
Douglas Adams was right.
It's kind of a 2-point thing. Number one, like Joey says, communication. When I say communication, I mean ask her to tell you what she wants.
Yeah.
How she wants it done, because different women want it a little differently. And you really want to do it the way she wants it done, because then she gets off. She wants to do it more, and it's more enjoyable. The second part of that is find the frickin' G-spot. Put your fingers in the vagina, feel around until she tells you that's it, and then start stimulating. Also, when you
Wait, aren't you supposed to stop when she says that's it?
No,
That's enough!
she has
It depends on the inflection.
Okay, right.
That's it. Keep going. That's it. Stop.
right.
After she has an orgasm, that is a good time to stick your fingers in and stimulate the G-spot, because she'll probably have another clitoral orgasm right after that.
And that's pretty important, right? To keep doing that as many times. Like, what's the record of multiple orgasms
14.
for a woman?
15.
15?
14.
I don't know. I pulled that out of my ass.
Jesus.
Well, I saw in that
Everybody's
strange
different.
sex that she couldn't
Average
stop,
is
had to go to the
6.
hospital.
That's pretty
Wow.
amazing.
Anyway, so go ahead.
It's like hiccups. They don't
See,
go away
that's
sometimes.
like a joy that
Oh my
a
God, I'm
man
having
will never
another.
know, right?
No.
A man doesn't know that kind of joy.
And if you can get your
Have no
woman who
joy.
is internally orgasm, also if you
Joey.
can have her have orgasms clitorally and inside at the same time, that would be even better.
What about the anal stimulation of a man, like when he's getting fellatio and his girlfriend sticks a finger up his ass? I know, I've heard about this, and men have
Yeah, this was the
married
last
these
time
women.
on the sex show.
Yeah, that was last time, Joe.
Yeah. Last
married
time.
them all.
Last time. On
By the
sex
way,
show.
I get under
Daryl
30
comes
seconds.
last. Go ahead.
Okay, advice. I agree completely with what you were saying about just be communicative. Like, let her know what you're looking for. Encourage her to let you know what you're looking for. And bring down the barriers, make it comfortable. Because that's really what sex is about. It's about bringing down the barriers between two people and letting it be anything goes, that as long as it's in the context of what each other wants.
Yep.
Brush your teeth.
All right.
That too.
And I guess I didn't put conclusion in there, but
No,
I
we're
guess
not really doing that anymore, so it's fine.
No, all right.
No more timer?
Nope, we're done.
All right.
All right.
And we're
Thank you, Kale, for
spent.
bringing us sex.
You're
Again.
welcome.
Again.
You're like Santa Claus, man. You bring it twice a year.
Wait, what? What? That didn't even work. Okay,
Something
so
like that.
sex, and we have concluded sex, correct?
Yes, that's,
Okay, good.
that's it.
We are.
Oh, God, I'm spent.
Whoa, man.
And I'm spent.
Okay, I'll say it too. I'm
You
spent.
see, that's another piece of advice. That's what you don't want to do. Like, women hate it so much, most women anyway, when you're like, oh, and you finally get there, and then they're still waiting for theirs, and you're like, I'm going to bed.
And you're like, bitch, make me a sandwich.
Oh,
Yeah, like that, right?
enough to kill a guy.
See?
Dude, turn on the TV, watch Big Brother or something.
Oh,
Do
watch,
one
do
first.
something
watch
else.
Sports Center.
That's when Mr. Happy comes out.
That's why sometimes it's
Your
good to just
second penis?
stoke the
Yes.
fires for a
As a
while.
matter of fact, he is.
That's true. If you're completely done, you bring out the vibrator.
That's
I mean,
right.
It works.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right.
So anyway,
never leave your woman unsatisfied. That's number one.
Yes.
Number one.
Or partner.
Right there.
I would say partner. Because it could be a gay couple.
Yeah,
True.
whatever.
Yeah, make sure you all get your cookies.
If there's 5 of them, make sure all 5 of them are satisfied. Just make sure the partners are satisfied.
Make sure you get your fortune cookies.
okay, I thought we had concluded
At the
sex.
family orgy.
Well, you thought wrong.
At the family orgy, everyone gets
It just
seconds.
keeps going and going if you're good.
This is our sloppy seconds here.
Okay, we're done now.
All right, go ahead, Joey.
Is there thirds?
Terrible thirds.
A third part of seconds? A third part of sex?
That's a menage a
Two-thirds?
trois.
Okay.
I think that's birth.
Next
Next time on.
next week is Paul's choice. Paul, what are we going to be talking about next week?
Well, it's been a long time for this, and it's my personal favorite of our episodes, Random Rambling!
Yes! Nice, Paul. I kind of forgot about it.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Cool.
That was good, Paul.
That's
Good
cool.
call. All right.
From a what? A juicer.
We'll figure it out next week.
Okay.
Next 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Nice.
And be watching for some new crap from us, maybe, sort of.
It's crap.
And you're watching it.
All right. So thank you for joining us today. We'll be doing our next episode 55, which will be Random Ramblings. Remember, you can always reach us at show@IamRambling.com. I'm Joey Shammo, the wannabe host, and also with me is...
Oh, 100?
KAIL Anderson.
And his foreskin. And Daryl Joyce.
Same thing.
Try that again because he was off on the lip sync.
Voice of wow.
Okay, we have Swamp Pass, so we're going to say thank you and good night. Remember, we're Incoherent,
So you don't have to.
Thanks for listening. You can now stop screaming at the open air. Listeners should put their minds back in their upright positions and resume traditional thinking. Find us on IamRambling.com for access to all of our weekly ramblings, show notes, general discussions, and any projects from Incoherent Ramblings. Like us on Facebook and rate us on iTunes. So long, and thanks for all the fish.
We're Incoherent,
So you don't have to. That went out with a Peter.
So Joe, wait. Joe, how would you like to end this?
Well, we can just say, that's all, y'all! Done!